In a move that has stirred internal tensions within Zambia's Patriotic Front, PF, Party Secretary-General Raphael Nakacinda has issued a stern warning to members engaging in premature endorsements of presidential hopefuls. His remarks, widely interpreted as a direct rebuke of PF acting President given Lubinda, underscore the growing unease within the party's leadership as it navigates a delicate post-Lungu transition. Nakacinda's statement, delivered during a press briefing in Lusaka, emphasized that the PF has not yet opened the floor for presidential nominations, and any public declarations of support for potential candidates are not only premature, but risk undermining party unity and discipline. The controversy erupted following a public endorsement of Lubinda by PF National Women's Chairperson, Kampamba Mulenga, who praised his leadership and suggested he was the right figure to steer the party forward. Nakacinda responded swiftly, asserting that such endorsements violate internal protocols and could attract disciplinary measures. He stressed that the PF is still mourning the recent passing of former President Edgar Lungu's wife, and that the party's focus should remain on consolidating its structures and preparing for a formal leadership selection process, not on fueling factionalism through strategic endorsements. Nakacinda's remarks carry significant weight, not only because of his position but also due to the underlying implications. His warning against sponsoring people to endorse you is widely seen as a veiled accusation aimed at Lubinda, suggesting that the acting president may be leveraging his influence to secure early support. This accusation, though indirect, raises questions about the internal dynamics of the PF and the extent to which personal ambition is shaping the party's trajectory. It also reflects a broader concern about the erosion of democratic processes within political parties, where endorsements can be manufactured rather than earned through transparent debate and consensus. The PF, once Zambia's ruling party under Edgar Lungu, is now grappling with its identity and opposition. The leadership vacuum left by Lungu's departure has created space for competing visions of the party's future. Lubinda, known for his experience and loyalty to the party, has positioned himself as a stabilizing force. However, Nakacinda's intervention suggests that not all senior figures are aligned with Lubinda's approach, and that internal contestation is intensifying. The call for restraint and adherence to party procedures is not merely administrative. It is a strategic attempt to prevent fragmentation and preserve the PF's credibility ahead of future elections. Political analysts in Lusaka have noted that Nakacinda's statement serves multiple purposes. On one hand, it reasserts his authority as Secretary-General and signals that he will not tolerate actions that bypass institutional norms. On the other, it exposes the fragility of PF's internal cohesion and the risks associated with premature campaigning. In Zambia's political landscape, where party loyalty often intersects with personal ambition, Nakacinda's warning is a reminder that discipline and unity are essential for survival in opposition. The timing of this dispute is also critical. With the PF seeking to rebuild its image and reconnect with its base, any signs of internal discord could weaken its appeal. The party has been working to rebrand itself as a credible alternative to the ruling United Party for National Development, UPND, and leadership clarity is central to that effort. Nakacinda's insistence on procedural integrity may be aimed at ensuring that the eventual presidential candidate emerges through consensus rather than coercion. Moreover, the issue of sponsored endorsements touches on a deeper problem in Zambian politics: the monetization of loyalty. When party members are perceived to be endorsing candidates in exchange for financial or political favors, it undermines the authenticity of the democratic process. Nakacinda's warning, therefore, is not just about internal discipline. It is a critique of a political culture where influence can be bought and where endorsements may reflect patronage rather than genuine support. Lubinda, for his part, has not publicly responded to Nakacinda's remarks. However, sources within the PF suggest that he remains confident in his leadership and views the endorsements as a natural expression of support from party members. Whether this confidence translates into a formal bid for the presidency remains to be seen, but the current tensions indicate that the road to PF's next leadership chapter will be anything but smooth. As the PF continues to navigate its post-Lungu era, the stakes are high. The party must balance internal democracy with strategic discipline, ensuring that its leadership selection process is both transparent and inclusive. Nakacinda's intervention may be controversial, but it reflects a broader effort to safeguard the party's integrity and prevent the kind of factionalism that has weakened other political movements in Zambia's history. In the coming weeks, observers will be watching closely to see whether Nakacinda's warning leads to a recalibration of internal dynamics, or whether it deepens existing divisions. For the PF, the challenge is clear: to emerge from this moment not only united but reinvigorated, with a leadership that reflects the will of its members, not the ambitions of a few.
In response to the escalating misuse of digital platforms and the growing threat of cybercrime, the Zambian government has officially announced the formation of a specialized cybercrime squad. This initiative, spearheaded by the Ministry of Transport and Communications, aims to address the alarming rise in online criminal activities, particularly those proliferating through social media. The exponential growth of information and communication technologies, ICTs, in Zambia has created new opportunities for development, but it has also exposed citizens to sophisticated forms of digital exploitation. The newly established Special Joint Cybercrime Crack Squad is designed to mitigate these risks by coordinating investigative efforts, eliminating resource duplication, and accelerating the prosecution of offenders. The decision to launch this cybercrime unit follows a series of incidents involving fake social media accounts impersonating high-profile figures, including President Edgar Lungu and several government ministers. These fraudulent pages have been used to deceive and extort money from unsuspecting members of the public. The government's move reflects a broader concern about the vulnerability of Zambian citizens in the digital space and the urgent need for a robust cybersecurity framework. By consolidating efforts across various security agencies, the squad is expected to streamline investigations and introduce innovative approaches to digital forensics. The formation of this unit is not an isolated measure, but part of a larger strategic framework that includes the Cybersecurity and Cybercrimes Act No. 2 of 2021. This legislation provides the legal foundation for protecting critical information infrastructure and personal data against cyber threats. Complementing this is the Electronic Communications and Transactions Act No. 4 of 2021, which ensures a secure environment for digital transactions, and the Data Protection Act No. 3 of 2021, which regulates the handling of personal information. Together, these laws form the backbone of Zambia's cybersecurity policy, aiming to transform the country's digital landscape into a safer and more resilient ecosystem. Despite these efforts, challenges remain. The absence of centralized monitoring facilities and a national public key infrastructure, NPKI, limits the government's ability to detect and respond to cyber threats in real time. The estimated cost of implementing these infrastructures, K66, $76 million for monitoring and K123, $8 million for certification, highlights the financial burden of securing cyberspace. Nevertheless, the government has expressed commitment to overcoming these obstacles through strategic partnerships and capacity-building initiatives. Recent studies have underscored the urgency of these reforms. In 2022 alone, Zambia recorded over 100,000 cybercrime cases, a dramatic increase from the previous year. These incidents range from mobile money reversal scams and social media hijacking to fake investment schemes and online fraud. The financial sector has been particularly affected, with losses exceeding K150 million. Such figures illustrate the scale of the problem and the necessity of a coordinated response. The Cybercrime Squad is expected to play a pivotal role in restoring public trust in digital platforms. By enhancing investigative capabilities and promoting digital literacy, the unit will contribute to a safer online environment. Moreover, its formation signals Zambia's intention to align with international cybersecurity standards and participate actively in regional efforts to combat cybercrime. As digital technologies continue to evolve, the country's ability to adapt and respond will determine its success in safeguarding citizens and institutions. In conclusion, Zambia's establishment of a dedicated cybercrime squad marks a significant step toward digital security and governance. While legislative and infrastructural challenges persist, the initiative reflects a proactive stance in addressing the complex dynamics of cyber threats. Through strategic coordination, legal reform, and public engagement, Zambia is laying the groundwork for a resilient and secure digital future.